In October last year, Brooke and Ibrahim Urazli's 3-year-old son Zayn was hit and killed by a car. Hours later, Tatiana Johnson's 6-year-old son Mason received his lungs. In your darkest hour, you gave the gift of life.
Yeah. Zayn did. Zayn, our little man, our little superhero did, definitely.
Yeah.
He put smiles on 5 other families. You know, we're grieving, but knowing that 5 other families are happy makes us happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say Auntie. Auntie. Keisha.
Keisha.
It's illegal for hospitals to reveal details about donors and recipients. However, Tatiana managed to track down Brooke and Ibrahim on social media. And 5 days after Zayn's death, she reached out on Facebook.
It's a very big and emotional thing. Huge, huge.
Not a decision to be made lightly.
Absolutely
No,
not. Absolutely not.
For us, it's been a great journey.
But it may not be great for everybody.
25 years ago, Diane Connor's 20-year-old son Nathan was killed in a car accident. Diane and her husband Tom followed the rules and wrote anonymous letters to the man who received the medical student's heart. That man was Terry Donovan. He was 51 at the time and had 4 children with his wife Nook when he developed heart disease. How long did the doctors give you?
Not long. I think someone said about 6 or 8 months.
Nook, had you prepared yourself for the worst, that you might lose him?
Yes.
Still emotional all these years
All
on,
these
isn't it?
years.
Yes, you never forget. You never forget.
For 8 years, they wrote to each other, signing off with just their first names. Until Diane discovered Terry's identity.
How are you feeling?
Marvellous, absolutely marvellous.
It was the year 2000, and she saw a story about him running with the Olympic torch for his donor. She phoned him, and within days, the 2 couples met up.
Talk for hours.
Talk for hours, yeah.
Yeah.
And couldn't work out what to say in the first place. Oh,
Well, you weren't prepared for it,
not
were
prepared.
you?
No, definitely not.
Well, it was very emotional.
Pretty overpowering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was.
A lot of hugging and
a lot
crying
of hugs and a few tears, I can tell you. Yeah.
It was the start of a lifelong friendship and a blending of families.
What I have said and will continue to say to all, particularly to the family, is that if I could line up a line of people and say, this is Nathan's recipient, I could choose him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
25 years on, and Terry now has 13 grandchildren, one even named in Nathan's honour. And it's quiet moments like this that remind Diane and Terry how special their bond is.
Absolute thump.
Was it?
Absolute thump.
I can hear the boom, boom, boom. And just reinforces the gift that Nathan has given to me.
Had you followed the rules, none of this would have happened. You would never have met Diane and Tom, would you?
Couldn't have. We were just lucky. Diane was such an inquisitive person.
Do you think other families should have the same opportunity if both sides want to meet?
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think it just helps.
You need to have checks and balances
Of course,
in place.
definitely.
Well, it's a touchy subject, very touchy. Like, I mightn't like Diane. We mightn't get on well, and then She wants to see us all the time, and you think, oh, like some can be overpowering. Donor families can be a bit overpowering, and it just, ours has worked beautifully.
In the United States, the option for donor families and recipients to meet has been available for 20 years, but there are strict rules in place. Both parties must consent, undergo extensive counselling, and the reunion is supervised. Interestingly, while many people express the desire, in the end, just 1% actually go ahead with it.
Social media is changing the face of many ethical issues, many legal issues in medical practice, and particularly in transplantation.
Dr. Dominique Martin says changing the law should be considered in Australia. Where do you stand on this?
Personally, I think that people should have the option of meeting one another where it is mutually desired and where there are those systems in place to support them.
In the meantime, families will continue to meet up without professional support. How do you think you're going to react when you see Mason?
Emotional. Yeah. Emotional.
Yeah, I don't know. Grab him and throw him in the air like I did to Zane.
I won't
do that.
It's an emotional journey for Brooke and Ibrahim Urazli, but they're trying to make the meeting a positive experience for Mason and his big brother Connor.
There you go.
The long hug between Brooke and Tatiana speaks volumes.
So surreal.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, Mason.
And seeing Mason is surreal.
Hi, Mason. How are you? I'm Brooke. Nice to meet you. I like your shirt.
Tatiana.
I love it. Can I have a cuddle? Oh, you're so sweet.
What did you want to say to Brooke when you came?
Oh, obviously a huge thank you. You know, it's thanks to you that this is what we have. And you have Mason back.
It's a bittersweet moment for everyone, but an important step towards healing.
Brooke, you said that you hoped that this would bring you closure and comfort. Does it?
Yeah, definitely. Why let his body parts go to waste, you know? And you've got this. It definitely makes it worth it.
Hey, and our friend Ariel has one.
Did you get one?
No.
It's a superhuman effort for Brooke and Ibrahim to focus on the positive, but they want Zane's legacy to live on.
When's your birthday?
He saved 5 other people. You know? Not many 3-year-olds can say, I saved 5 people. That's why he's our real superhero.
Yeah. So in death, he was the superhero he always aspired to be.
Yeah. Taught us a lesson.
Yeah.
He lives on. He will never be forgotten, that's for sure.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.